Example, when we are evaluating the crude drugs, we need to ensure about its all the quality. Here you can yesterday I told you about the 4 5 types of quality control parameters like microscopic evaluation or morphological evaluation, right? So how it happened? So let us go through the introduction. Drug evaluation may be defined as determination of identity, purity, and the quality of drug. So when we are evaluating any herbal drug or crude drug, we are trying to determine or find out its identity, means authenticity, whether it is actual drug, what name we are thinking, what name we are getting, or it is something else. Then second term, purity, if it is that particular drug in which name we have got it, whether it stand for its purity or not. Then third one, quality, what is the quality of this particular drug, whether it is standard, substandard, poor quality, good quality, what is the quality that we will try to determine. That is known as drug evaluation. So second point, that is identity. It is identification of biological source of the drug. So in the adulteration of crude drugs, we have seen that in intentional adulteration and unintentional adulteration. So there are chances that the drug may be adulterated by knowingly or unknowingly. So we need to know that the what is the actual biological source, whether the drug it is in the name, whatever the name it is being sold, it is the same name or something else. The biological source is real one or something else, because similarity in morphology, similarity in color, lack of authentic source, lack of knowledge, there are so many drugs are misplacing or misleading, and the peoples are thinking, for example, sandalwood, actual sandalwood which is available into the particular forest, or there are so many types, sub variety of the sandalwood is also available in market. But here the main thing is the biological source, the real sandalwood biological source, what is it is identified or not. Third point, it is quality, the quality of the active constituents present. There may I told you regarding this factor affecting of cultivation, the day length and the day light. There menthol, there is a mentha piperita, one plant, menthol. That menthol, it will have three types of chemical constituents: menthol, menthoferon, and menthane, right? So it is not necessary that it will be having the particular types of chemical constituents. It may be biosynthesizing all the chemical constituents, or sometimes it may not be biosynthesizing all the chemical constituents. Purity, the extent of foreign organic material present in the crude drug. What is the whether the drug is pure or not, or different types of unwanted substance has been mixed, right from the microorganism, fungus, other materials, foreign some toxic materials, all those things. It was proposed by World Health Organization, right? So these are the different parameters of in definition of the evaluation of crude drugs. So like that we need to go. So coming to the different evaluation parameters, the evaluation of a drug is done by studying its various properties. The various types of evaluations are morphological evaluation, microscopical evaluation, biological evaluation, chemical evaluation, physical and toxicological, right? So when it comes to the morphological evaluation, generally what happen in morphological, it's morphology. We need to understand what is the organoleptic characters: color, order, taste, shape and size. In microscopical evaluation, we are generally bothering about the its microscopical parameter or histological characters, how the internal cellular structure, right? Then third one, biological evaluation. Here we are trying to find out the its activity, whether the present what chemical constants are giving the biological action onto the biological system or not. If it is known for antihypertensive drug or neurological drug, so the particular effect, the level of significance we are getting into the animal model or not, that we are trying to find out. In fourth one, chemical evaluation. Here we are concentrating onto the chemical moiety present into the crude drug. So each and every crude drugs are having a specific type of chemical constants, whether those chemical constants are present on that or not, by the help of chemical identification, chemical test, right? That is called a chemical test. Fifth one, physical evaluation. In physical evaluation, we are trying to find out its a physical parameter like solubility, ash value, extractive value, loss of drawing, right? Viscosity, if it is liquid sample, flow property, viscosity, refractive index, optical rotation, all those things. Toxicological evaluation. Here it is very important parameter once again added, toxicology. Now forget about the effect, forget about the activity, whether the drug is having any toxic effect or not. Effect will come later, effect will come later. If it is, instead of giving effect, if it will give you the any harmful effect, then it will be instead of acting as a drug, it will act as a poison. So that's what we need to know about its a toxicological evaluation also. So coming to the first point, morphological evaluation, that is also known as organoleptic evaluation. This refers to the drug evaluation by means of our sense organ like odor, taste, smell, right? So by eyes, nose or tongue, or by our sense organ, whatever the thing we can evaluating first whenever we are coming into the contact of crude drug, right? So study of here, study of gross morphology, it includes the visual examination of drug. Visual examination means by seeing of the outer appearance. The drugs are classified into the following groups: underground structure, leaf, flowers, fruits, seeds and herbs, right? So these are the different parts which will having the different types of morphological structure that we need to know by the seeing of our sense organ or by using our sense organ. So in the next slide, where what are the examples we are going to here: underground structure, for example, ginger, right? Ginger and turmeric. Whenever we are cultivating the ginger and turmeric, it the main rhizome or the useful part, which part we are using as a crude drug, that will go underground or inside the ground. So this we need to it will be having its own structure, right? So here the example like rhizomes, different roots, Rolfia root or Withenia somnifera, right? Bulbs, comb, tubers are the underground structure of the plant which we are using as a crude drug. So underground storage roots used as a drug. So this we have to understand that what is the actual shape and size, and how it is having its quality when it will be used. So next one is the leaves. What is the parameter where you are going to evaluate when you will get any leaf drug? The shape. what is the shape, oval shape, round shape, long shape, right? So that shape we need to understand. Margin, what is the length of margin, it is a long margin or short margin. Base, apex, and venation of the leaves, what is the configuration of the veins, veinlets, right? So that will be indication, it will help to identify the crude drugs as per the monograph given by the WHO and other regulatory bodies. So that's what we need to know as a reference. Suppose if you are identifying the tulsi leaf, so if you are identifying the tulsi leaves, you need to have the what do you call, the proper this thing. Here fruits, you can see the almond and amla, right? So this almond and amla will be having specific types of color, shape, right? So this color shape, we nux vomica also given here in sheets, right? So these shapes will help you to find out the actual crude drugs. You can correlate and you can find out, this is looking like a almond or this is looking like a amla. Otherwise you can discard, no, no, this may not be the particular drug, like that. Study of sensory characters, right? Color, texture, odor, and taste are useful in the evaluation of drugs, right? So that is the common, once again, that we need to understand. Color, order, taste, shape, and size, that comes under the morphological characteristic. For any drug, it will help, it will be applicable for any types of drugs. Say for example, some drugs are green in color when dried in shade, right? But they become pale or bleached when dried in the sunlight. Say for example, here Terminalia chibula, right, which is a very good example. Fresh and dried, here two images it is showing here. If you will dry into the shade, it will be green itself, but here the moisture content, what is the water molecule content supposed to be there in crude drug, that may vary. And at the same time it is going to change its color, right? It will become pale or bleached when you will when you will put into the direct sunlight. So that is the another thing. So drying is also important thing here. If you talk about the order, mentha, clove are some of the example for the drug which have the distinct order, right? Or this particular order may be telling you taste. The drug may be evaluated by taste also. For example, ginger and capsicum, pungent taste, right? So this taste will also be one of the very good parameter to find out the drug it is quality one or not. Second one, microscopic or anatomical evaluation. When it comes to the microscopic, this method allow a more detailed examination of drug, and it can be used to identify organized drugs by their own histological characters, right? So that's what we have studied, that in when you are supposed to take the leaf sample, upper epidermis, trichomes, stomata, right, vascular bundle, xylem, phloem, lower epidermis, palisade cells. So like that, the particular drug will have the special configuration, histological configuration, that will be the reference for the evaluation of crude drug. Suppose if anything is missing or if anything is large in size or less in size, so we can understand that this is not fulfilling the quality parameters. And apart from that, there are so many other parameters in microscopical evaluation which we can use. Microscope can also be used for the quantitative evaluation of drugs and adulterated powder, right? This is done by the continuing the specific histological features such as stomatal number, stomatal index, vein islet number, palisade ratio, qualitative microscopy, and the refractive index, right? So this most of the things we have done into the practical. So each and every leaves will be having their own configuration when we are finding out the say histological characters. When it comes to the stomatal number, we need to understand what is the number of stomata per square mm of the area. If it is stomatal index, what is the specific stomatal index, whether it is fulfilling or not. The average number of stomata present in per square millimeter of the epidermis are known as stomatal number. Dhatura 141 on upper epidermis, right? So if you are getting the sample of Dhatura leaf and if you are going to the stomatal number, suppose if it is above the 141 or below the 141, it may not be Dhatura leaf, or you will come to know that the given sample of the Dhatura, it is not the Dhatura, right? So like that we can find out stomatal index. This also we have done in the practical. It is the percentage proportion of the number of stomata to the total number of epidermal cells, right? So what is the formula of stomatal index, Raghavendra? Raghavendra, slept, huh? Okay, tell me the formula of stomatal index. And in that, what is the formula for index, stomatal index? Number of stomata divided by number of stomata, total number of epidermal cell into into 100 in percent. Yeah, good, good, good. Right. So this we have done in the practical. So that's what we need to have. Suppose here in example it has given atropa 20 to 23 in lower epidermis, right? So that will be the standard parameters where we can find out whether it is falling into the standard range or not. If it is not falling in standard range, we will come to know that it is not falling. The next one is the Wainwright number. This also we have done. Wainwright number is defined as the number of Wainwrights per square mm of the leaf surface. It is constant for a given species of the plant. It is irrespective with the age factor. Example, Cassia senna 26, right? So the design of the veins also, it will be having the good parameter to find out the quality of drug in comes to the microscopical characters. Palisade ratio, this we could not do because what was the problem with this practical is palisade cells, actually it will be beneath the epidermis, right? So with the compound microscope it is very difficult to trace that cell, because in the formula per epidermis, what is the ratio, palisade ratio, in one epidermis how many palisade cells come inside. So at the same time both the cells tracing it is difficult with the our compound microscope. That's what we could not do. It represents the average number of palisade cells beneath the one epidermal cell using 4 continuous epidermal cells for the count. It determined from the powdered drugs with the help of camera lucida, right? So Atropa belladonna 6 to 10 palisade, 6 is to 10, right? So that is the palisade cell. That also may be the one of the good parameter in microscopical evaluation to trace out the drug palisade. Third one, physical evaluation, right? So under physical evaluation, all the physical properties are useful in detection of constituents present in a plant or herbal drugs. A few of them are the moisture content. Of course, what is the moisture content, water content present, yeah, right? Viscosity, if it is liquid sample, suppose honey, castor oil, right? So all those things we need to understand. Melting point, optical rotation, levorotatory, dextrorotatory, right? Clockwise, anti-clockwise. Refractive index for liquid sample, refractive index, ash content for solid sample. What is the ash value, total ash value? Extractive value, when we are using different solvent like alcohol, water, how much extraction can, how much extract we can find out, what is the value for that particular solvent. Volatile oil content, how much volatile oil present in that. Foreign organic matter, right? So these are the things we can evaluate into the physical evaluation of the crude drug, right? So next one is the here after physical evaluation, the first one, the moisture content, in that loss on drying. If you are drying, how much moisture, it is specific temperature, right? How much the moisture balance will be there, in that we need to set the balance, and we are keeping the drug in a powder form, and later on we are weighting the drug amount in a powder form. Suppose 5 gram you're taking inside the moisture balance and you are setting it up. So after drying, in that how much loss of the water molecule, that azeotropic method, right? Azeotropic method, titrometric Karl-Fischer method. So these are the different methods, right? With the different titrate loss on drying, we are determining that LOD. We need to determine here. They have given the method: 5 gram of the prepared air dried crude drug. The substance is to be dried in constant mass by heating on the oven at 100 degree. So if you heat in that much, how much moisture will remains in the particular sample of drug, that we need to find out. So that will be also specific. That will also be specific. It will not vary. If it is varying, it is indicating that it is quality compromised. The next one, viscosity. Viscosity of a liquid is constant at a given temperature, and it is an index of its composition. Hence, it is used as a means of standardizing liquid drug, right? Liquid paraffin less than 64 centistock, right? So it is means already you have Ostwald viscometer also you are using in your lab, right? For honey, castor oil, coconut oil, all the liquid sample, we can find out the viscosity, how much viscous it is, and it will also having the standard which we have seen in the pharmacognostical study of different liquid crude drug. So with this standard, we will find out the viscosity. Coming to the melting point, it is one of the parameter to judge the purity of crude drugs containing liquid as constituents. They may they may of animal or the plant origin and contain fixed oil, fats, and waxes. Right. So the purity of the following crude drugs can be ascertained by determining their melting point in the range shown against each of them. Suppose cocoa butter, 30 to 33 degrees centigrade. In between this temperature, this particular butter is going to melt, is known as a melting point, right? So all the drug, all the liquid samples, or this butters, this will be having particular point where it is going to melt, so that we are going to find out, and we will come to know that the given drug, it is having the proper melting point or not. Ash value or ash content, determination of total ash, right? Where that also practical we have done during this experiment. The power used to go from the lab, you remember, in college. So once we started the muffle furnace or incinerator, suddenly that MCB gone down. Then again we tried say many times. Then at last we have tried into the that porcelain dish, right? So that was actually, that is not determination of acid soluble ash. So once if you'll get the ash after complete burning of the drug powder in 405 degrees centigrade. So in that, if you will dissolve that one in acid, any types of acid, HCl or this thing. So what, how much content are insoluble in that acid from your ash, that is known as acid insoluble ash. A determination of water soluble ash, again in the place of acid you are going to dissolve in the water. Place about 2 to 4 gram air dried material, heat at the 500, cooled and desiccated. This is the method. So for amla example, not more than 5% it should be an opium, it should not more than 6% that total ash. So that is also one of the very good parameter to understand that the particular drug it is having, the particular drug it is having what do you call? Next, ash value. Next is the extractive value. This also comes under the physical. In crude drugs, sometimes the active chemical constants cannot be determined by normal procedure, right? So in such cases, water, alcohol, and ether soluble extractive value are determined for evaluation of such drugs, right? So water soluble extracts like aloe vera, alcohol soluble like ginger. So these all the drugs will be having their own extractive this thing ki this particular drug can dissolve in this particular solvent. So we that's what alkaloid containing crude drugs we need to use alcohol. For chloroform we need to use the what do you call this chloroform. For chlorophyll, the fatty material pet ether. So like that different constituents will be having its own solubility limitation or requirement. So we need to find out the extractive value ki any of the drugs, suppose aloe vera leaf dry, if you'll go to the alcohol, the extractive value will different. If you'll go to the water, extractive value will different, and it will be fixed one, right? This particular quantity of drug will have this much only the extractive value. So that we need to find out, and we need to extract out the particular with the particular solvent it is giving the proper extractive value or not. The next one, chemical evaluation. So in chemical evaluation we are going to study about chemical test, chemical constants present into the drug. Chemical tests are carried out using various chemical reagents to identify the nature and the quality of chemical constants of crude drugs. Chemical test may Manisha, namaste. Okay. Chemical test may be qualitative or quantitative. Various qualitative chemical tests like carbohydrate, Morris test, these all the things you are studying from your first years onwards, right? For protein, burette test, alkaloid, Mayer's, Dragon-Droff, Wagner's, Hager's. For tannin, gelatin test, gold beater skin test, right? For different chemicals, there are different types of test. So like that, we are going to find out whether the given crude drugs are having the particular types of chemical reagent, chemical moiety or not. Instrumental method: to make use of various instruments for evaluation like colorimetry, fluorimetry, spectrophotometry, right? So this method also will be used for determine the presence of chemical constant, right? Chemical constant test. These are like a acid value, iodine value, and ester value. It is used for the identification of fixed oil and fat. What are the oil sample, lipid and fats, right? Like chalmongra oil, coconut oil, groundnut oil, right? Castor oil. All this oil will be having the particular value, that acid value, iodine value, saponification value. This we need to find out by the titration method, burette and conical flask method. So that is fulfilling the chemical evaluation. Coming to